from Bunker Hill coming.
Mayor of Baltimore, most of the Baltimore City Council, the police commissioners,
not very big, is
Mayor
it?
of Washington, some of the Maryland
This is
legislators.
the inside part.
They figured if they arrested the Maryland legislators, they could vote
to the wall so you can see what it looked like inside the fort.
Spies did for Lincoln was figure out which of the Maryland legislators were likely to vote to secede. Before the vote, they arrested them and put them all in prison. During the Civil War, Baltimore was not very popular.
Because it looks like people
Afterwards,
like family.
Why not?
It's a lot of people.
It's
I
not
mean, you'll see people drive
inside for
like
it.
a nice day doing
Oh, well, we're inside it. When we get up on the...
There were some records that said at the war, right after they built a wall, because once we were going to attack this fort from the outside with Indians, right? Where would you try to come?
What?
North, right?
Why not?
The walls are 12 foot high.
What does it look
So
like?
the weak spot was really the door.
Outside?
So what they did, or at least what they claimed
fort
they
is outside.
did, was build a wall right about where that gentleman is standing that went across, and I mean, like from here to here, which infantry could stand behind and people got through and shoot them. Well, people thought that, well, they never really built it. But there was archaeology back that actually found red looking
Maybe fold it up, fold it up in a triangle.
Morning. If it rains, I'm going to hold the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration responsible. Something tells me they didn't create. Well, they report it. And while I think,
the messenger.
while I think it's going to rain today, apparently none of the experts that have access to the radar do. And I don't like to put up with it, unfortunately. That would be excellent, yes. All right, how's everybody doing? Good. All right, where's everybody coming in from?
New York.
New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware,
Pittsburgh.
York in England.
Where are you from?
Northern England, okay.
America!
Carolina.
America!
You're speaking English. You could be an American living in England. Utah. Utah? All right. So, welcome to Fort McHenry National Monument and Historic Shrine. I'm Ranger Tyler, and this is Ranger Chris over here. And this morning we are going to raise a replica of the Storm Flag. So, in 1813, here at Fort McHenry, there were two flags that the Army consistently flew over the garrison. One was a 17 by 25 foot storm flag. It was designed to be flown usually when the weather was poor or if the wind was too strong. And then they had a larger flag that was probably only flown on special occasions that measured 30 by 42 feet. Then they called that the garrison flag. That's the flag that is the inspiration for Francis Scott Key's defense of Fort McHenry. That's the one that you see in all the paintings, all the images of Fort McHenry. And that's the one that resides now in the Smithsonian's Museum of American History. So we're not going to be raising the big flag this morning. One, because despite the fact that NOAA says that it's not going to rain today, I doubt that. And it's also a little too windy, and we have far too few people to safely and effectively raise the big flag this morning. So what we're going to do, like I said already, is we're going to be flying the storm flag. So while it's not the big, famous flag, this flag is, I think, actually more important than the garrison flag. The storm flag is the one that flies throughout the whole bombardment. It's over Fort McHenry for 25 hours as the British fire over 22 tons of ordnance on this small little peninsula. The big flag gets all the credit. The big flag didn't actually fly during the battle. the big flag survives. The big flag has all these stories written about it. It's in all the paintings. It's in all, you know, the famous pictures of the fort. It's always the big flag this, big flag that. We never really think about the storm flag. And even today, we have no idea what became of the original storm flag. In the same way that Francis Scott Key gets a lot of credit for what happens here at Baltimore, he gets a lot of credit for the Star-Spangled Banner, gets a lot of credit for this and for that. Big flag gets a lot of credit for this and for that. Did either Francis Scott Key or the garrison flag, were they actually there for the battle? No. And as Francis Scott Key said in his own words, you know, when people had huge dinners in his honor, let not praise to me be given, but to the inspirers of the song. So I guess in a lot of ways, the storm flag represents for me kind of the spirit of the defenders that were here 202 years ago, a lot better than the big flag does. The big flag is the pride of Baltimore, you know, that's the one that all the citizens see in that morning. But the storm flag was there with the defenders all throughout that entire attack. All right, so without any further delay, we do need to unfold this flag entirely. So what I need is 2 parallel lines starting here and going back in that direction. I need as many helpers as I can get. Clara, do you want to help?
You'll help Dad out with the flag, with the American flag?
Come here, come help. Okay, so.
Yeah, it is.
So I need you to grab one here.
It's 20 feet.
Alright, so I'm going to undo the triangles, so we are not unfolding anything yet. So grab one. 17 by 25. Your hands up here to hold it up. 17 by 25. It's very heavy. This is not small. This is 525 feet square. The big flag is 2.9 times bigger than the whiting. No, not even. This is 525 square feet. This big flag is 1,260. So it's bigger than most row houses. Alright, so what we are going to do now, because we just put down some new turf on the end of the parade ground, we're not going to be able to back up very far this way. So first step, this line, the parade ground side, is going to back up. Okay guys, back up. But now what we're going to do is parade ground side. So you guys over here, we're going to give you this white stripe. But then the opposite side, you're going to back up. All right, now the whole flag, everybody's going to move over this direction. All right, we're going to move north. All right, now stop. Okay, parade ground side, you are not going to back up yet. All right, you are going to remain in place, but you're going to reach over with one hand. You're going to pinch the top layer, because right now the flag is folded in two. You're going to bring it to where you are currently standing. Once you have it, everybody back up.
Oh my God!
This is the flag.
This is the little
Guys got that?
This is the little one. Wow. No, it's the little one. I know.
Yes, this is the smaller of the two historic flags.
It's bigger than that flag.
Yeah, that is just the one for at night.
Your pencil and your paper are in there.
No, just let it go. We'll get it later.
It's okay, that's fine. I want to get it.
Not really. Cover them up.
until they realize, this isn't going to work. Hang on to it, guys.
Right, so this flag's got 15 stars and 15 stripes on it. Because when this flag was adopted in 1795, there were 15 states in the Union. We had just added Vermont and Kentucky, and they go onto the flag as a star and a stripe. Though by the time of the War of 1812, the flag had not been updated. There's actually 18 states in the country. So at that point, by the time we declare war on Great Britain in the summer of 1812, we actually have, we've already added Tennessee, Ohio, and Louisiana, and they don't go onto the flag until the year 1818. By then, we've also added Mississippi and Indiana, bringing our number of states up to 20. So in 1818, we take away 2 stripes, and we add 5 stars, meaning we've got a 20-star flag now and a 13 stripes on it. All right? This is the only flag in our whole country's history that has a red stripe under the blue field. All right? So that's the easiest way to tell without counting. If you look at the red stripe, you look up there at the flag, you look at the flag on your right shoulder. For those of you wearing Cub Scout or Boy Scout uniforms, you'll see that flag's got a white stripe under the blue field. All right? Chris, are you ready? So, I'm going to raise this flag up. When you feel it pulling, you need to let go. Are you to let go before you feel the flag pulling? What will happen if you do that? The flag will touch the ground. We want to avoid that. If you hold on for too long, is the flag going to be able to go airborne? No. So, clutching for dear life is appreciated if if the flag is going to fall. But if I'm trying to pull it up, there's only one of me and there's a lot of you. Ready? All right, here we go.
Thank you. I tried to miss that too.
This camera doesn't have a light. Seriously.
These carrots, I think they are sweet potato carrots.
Yummy. Right here. You guys grab my bullet.
Sit next to Daddy and Mommy.
Say cheese.
There are 40 sail of the enemy in sight with Annapolis by last report. And some small craft minivan standing up the bay with fresh breeze. So you see, it's merely a matter of time.
The events in Washington City was a disgrace. The cursed militia broke.
Secret tunnel we can go down. There's a tunnel. Oh, yeah.